The dollar pushed up higher overnight, with the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar gaining a lot of strength as well. The Swiss franc and the Japanese yen sold off due to a recent announcement that Trump's global tariffs are going to be blocked. Now, here are the key facts, guys. A U.S. trade court ruled Trump's Liberation Day tariffs as illegal, saying that he misused emergency powers under the 1977 IEEPA law. The effective tariffs include the 30% on China, the 25% on Canada and Mexico, and the 10% on the other countries. Now, the court has given the government 10 days to remove them, and if upheld, billions in tariffs could vanish. Now, the White House will obviously appeal, calling the ruling an overreach by unelected judges, and obviously we don't expect anything else. And then the markets reacted quickly because stocks rose, treasury yields climbed, meaning that bond prices went down, because people are going into those risk-on Forex pairs and assets, and the dollar stayed volatile as well, but it jumped up higher and EURUSD pushed down lower. Now, Trump may still use other tools such as national security tariffs, but this ruling does remove his broadest authority. Okay, so what are we currently seeing within the markets, guys? Because EURUSD pushed down lower and did not respect that area of daily demand. Now, obviously, this is already a situation that I mentioned in yesterday's outlook as well. Remember, we have a lot of equal lows still here situated, and I would preferably still want to see it push down. This area of demand is not extremely strong because it didn't liquidate any lows and then cause an overall reversal. No, it is just kind of like part of all of the ascending lows, therefore not a very strong reversal point within the market itself. Now, yesterday we were still situated within that daily area of demand, but on the lower time frame we never ever saw anything, to at least to me, that showed us that we wanted to push up higher. We can clearly see that the overall downtrend simply just continued and that we were creating lower highs and lower lows. Therefore, never look for long. Here to the left as well, there was no fresh area of demand to like really trade a reversal from. That's why I was waiting for the market itself to kind of like form a fresh area of demand. For example, push above this high, this becomes sub for the buy from where you could look for a long, but nothing happened. So overall, you should have stayed out of longs in my opinion. And myself, I did mention yesterday that shorts were actually the better potential option. Yesterday, there was a beautiful opportunity here on Wednesday with this area of supply over here. Now, coming into that area of supply, obviously this here is the swing high, this here is the swing low. The market pushes up, push down, push up, push down, push up, push down, push up, boom, fractal structural break. Now, in these kind of situations where this is the swing structure, what you can simply do is just sell on the overall first fractal break, because your stop loss is so close above the overall high. Like, don't place a limit because you're just going to be missing out on those potential profits. Or you could simply trade the double fractal break. Well, in this situation, there was no double fractal break until we came all the way down here. But even then, if you would have used a wider stop loss, you still would have been able to yield a lot of profits, even a very simple 1 to 3 risk to reward overall. So nice price action overall. Obviously, this sell-off in towards the downside is news related. This push down, all thanks to tariffs. Now we're seeing that overall news push being reciprocated, with the overall move kind of like being mirrored back in towards the highs. This is very normal for these kind of news moves. What's more important is that the daily fractal structure is now bearish. Now, we have this now as our daily area of supply, and I am very, very interested still in looking for potential downside on EURUSD, as mentioned pretty much also in the other videos of this week. So this supply zone, I want to see it stay strong and push the market down lower. The fundamentals are now definitely in favor of the US dollar. Obviously, it will depend on what Trump says next on tariffs. Like, the ideal situation for dollar longs, Australian dollar longs, and New Zealand dollar longs would definitely be that Trump says something in regards to, well, maybe we have to look for alternative situations instead of like slapping around the tariffs, but the trade deals are still being established and are well on the way. Like, some positive news like that could definitely be a very positive thing for the dollar overall. But we're now retracing in towards this area of supply. Now, remember in yesterday's video, I did mention that the overall supply chain on the 4-hour as well remained bearish, because here you can see supply gets tapped in, push down. Here you can see supply gets tapped in, market pushes down. Here you can see supply tapped in, push down, and then again supply over here, and again we start pushing down. So like, the supply chain overall here on EURUSD was so clear, so that's why I was favoring those shorts. Now again, we're just looking for more shorts in towards the downside, as it still makes sense. But what we did see was a very nice push in towards these lows, by the way, here on EURUSD. Just to kind of clarify, this is kind of like your liquidity low over here, which is now causing the reversal. So let's say we do break the current fractal high, that could cause the market to push up a little bit higher. But overall, I am on the immediate kind of like time frame still looking for some for the downside, but I'll need some bearish confirmation before getting into any potential shorts. Okay. So keep in mind, we'll need the 15-minute time frame to provide us with confirmation. What could happen is that we do liquidate this range high, so don't be scared of that. If we do that, and then we see kind of like a V-shaped reversal towards the downside, that to me would be confirmation of liquidation, and then we'll look to kind of like get in on the overall supply chain with some potential shorts to take out these lows once again. So that's kind of like what I'm looking for on EURUSD, definitely from a fundamental perspective, favoring the dollar longs for now at least, but that could change in the near future. You can see that the dollar index jumped up higher in towards the upside. Yesterday, we've now seen that this is our area of demand that is currently in control. As I mentioned, as this fractal high would break, you can then start looking for that upside continuation. So I'll be looking for some more longs here on the dollar, a nice liquidation of all of the lows here on the dollar index. Over here, and that pretty much caused the overall reversal, and especially after kind of taking out these equal lows, then getting this 4-hour fractal structure shift over here. This break over here was kind of like the confirmation to push up higher, and ever since the 4-hour fractal structure has remained respected. Now we're obviously just filling up the overall gap that we made down, or that we made up. So we pushed in towards the highs. And what we can then see over here is that we are likely just going to retrace back in towards here. And then I'll be looking for some upside continuation again. Because, these gaps most often do get filled, okay? So, that's what I'm looking for at the moment. A good example would, let's say, be over here, where as well we had kind of like a news gap up. You can see the market comes back down to fill that gap. And then from there, kind of like rebounds again with a V-shaped reversal. That's what I'm kind of looking for on the dollar for now. And as long as the dollar index remains fractal bullish here on the daily, I'll be favoring those dollar longs and those EURUSD shorts. Going into AUDUSD, we can see that AU itself here is pushing up higher again. Again, such a choppy pair, not a pair that I'm trading at the moment, and that I do not really favor as well. Personally, staying out of this, it is kind of like now at a nice region to look for some longs again. Definitely do see some further upside with these descending highs. So I'll be looking for some short-term buys on this, but I'm not trading it. But if I were trading at AUDUSD, I would be looking for some short-term buys because, I mean, it's still bullish, but look how consolidative it is. So it's just not a pair that I'm really actively trading at the moment. GBPUSD is a pair that I am looking for some shorts still. Yesterday we can see that we pushed down lower exactly in towards where into daily demand. So this was a nice area for some profit taking. If you were in GPUSD shorts, congratulations. This was a nice area to take some profits. Obviously, we still have some potential room to push down a little bit lower as the 0.5 fib has not yet been hit. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, the overall 4-hour order flow remained respected yesterday with the buy before the sell here pushing again the market down lower. Now we've retraced back in towards these imbalance candles, so I'm now looking again for some further downside as long as this high is respected. If that high were to break, that is then the moment that you can start looking for some longs again, but as long as that high is respected, you should be looking for short still. However, the shorts are obviously becoming lower probability as we just tapped into a daily demand zone, but with the dollar index being bullish at the moment, that could again push GBPUSD down lower. So GU is a little bit indecisive at the moment. Like the daily looks good for further upside if you were to follow like the mechanical fractal structure, but the 4-hour time frame at the moment is still bearish. So I would definitely wait for some more confirmation before getting into any longs at all on GBPUSD. Moving onwards into NZDUSD, then we'll look at dollar Swiss, dollar yen, and gold as well. NZDUSD is still inside daily demand. As we can see, it is situated within this sub for the buy, so longs still make sense on this thing. Overall, not a pair that I'm really a big fan of as well, just like AUDUSD, extremely choppy. So I'm not really a fan of trading this too much, but all I can say is that yes, it's inside daily demand and it's inside 4-hour demand. The 4-hour fractal is bullish in between this low and this high. We've retraced into discount, so you can look for some further buys. Just keep in mind that it is a choppy pair at the moment. Not a pair that I'm really actively looking to trade. But what is nice is that we took out these equal lows, broke this internal high here, so you could look for some further upside on NZDUSD. Now USDCHF is more interesting in my opinion. It broke that black line high. I'm looking for more buys. As I mentioned at the beginning of the week, you can look for buys on this thing. Well, it should start pushing once the dollar finds some support. This is kind of like the main order block for now, and I'll be looking for some further upside again from that order block. So that's beautiful price action on USDCHF. Then we have USDJPY. also pushed up in towards the highs pretty much as expected. And yeah, I'll be looking for this upside continuation as well. I think, and if you guys were there at the beginning of the week, remember what I mentioned, that this demand zone, there was a probability of it never getting hit. So obviously this is like a 4-hour demand zone. The market never retraced in towards there. And never continued up higher. So this is some nice price action over here, because this is a good example of how impulsive like these yen pairs can sometimes be, where you don't always need to wait for kind of like the perfect area of demand to get hit, but you just trade the bloody high breaks, guys. So just trade those bloody high breaks. Just place a buy stop on top of the highs, stop loss underneath the lows, and then you can see how simple it can be. Literally like this. Like here you see a liquidation underneath here, and then you place a buy stop on top of the fractal high, and that's how you get in. Now, obviously, it did retrace a bit, but that's overall how you can trade those dollar-yen pairs. And again, especially over here as well, just trade the high break. It really often works. So dollar-yen should also continue pushing up higher once the dollar finds some support. At the moment, obviously, the dollar is pushing down lower. So yeah, wait for this to kind of like find support. Still has a lot of room to find some support. So yeah, not too afraid about that. And then obviously it will also depend on what Trump is saying. Gold, guys, gold obviously pushed down lower. Main reason being is because there was certainty coming back into the market surrounding the tariffs. Tariffs go away, what happens? Gold starts dropping, because the tariff situation is a risk-off situation, right? Everything related to tariffs, people want to take risk off the table. So when, let's say this happened, you can see that gold dumped in towards the downside last night at around 1 a.m., 3 a.m. as well. And now obviously we're rebounding. As you can see, a beautiful situation where we took out all of the liquidity. So now this is a good buying situation where we have like the fractal structure change. We have a double fractal break. So now you could look for some further upside again on gold. A good example of this setup is kind of like what happened in the past as well. And I think I showed this in yesterday's video whatsoever. Here we have kind of like all of the equal lows. Right, so this is kind of like the first low, and then you see, we have all of the equal lows, this one, and this one, and this on the 4-hour time frame, and then you get like the V-shape reversal back up higher again with like the fractal break here. Like this happened as well on the 1-hour time frame here, just like on a smaller scale. Here as well, all of the equal lows. So now we have had the change of character. Trendline traders are getting fucked. Sorry for my language. They will long here, place all the stop losses here. So they're all getting stopped out now. So this is good. And now like the better longing opportunity has kind of like formed. So yeah, looking for some more gold upside on this potentially. Looking to trade the over order flow up higher. So that's it for today. This afternoon we're going live on YouTube, guys. So make sure to be there 2:30 Central Eastern Time. You can find the link on this YouTube channel or inside Discord. So hope to see you there and have an amazing day.